okay from here? You can hear me? We're just going to wait until 7 to get started. As always. Can you hear me okay from here? Does everything sound okay? Perfect. All right, let's get started. Just like last week, we're going to start out by checking out all of our planets. See how happy everybody is, that kind of thing. Happiness for Garden Primes at a 68, which is good for us. I'm not seeing anything that stands out to increase happiness, but that's okay. Nothing's being built currently, so let's build something. Precinct houses. No. Is that better? I just have to talk louder, apparently. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Hello? Not quiet anymore? Okay, I just have to talk a little louder. So we're gonna build. What do we need? Hang on a second. Our screen is not the size it needs to be. I need to fix that before we do anything. Screen and video. Adjust display area. And we go back into Stellaris. Now I can see the screen. I couldn't see the top. So it looks like what we need, minerals would be good. So yeah, we're going to build a mineral purification plant that's going to produce minerals. And we'll call that good for now. So as a beam prime, their happiness is not very good. What's going on? Product servants, -2. Population, there's no unemployment. You know what? We're just going to build a luxury housing place. That seems to help out. Luxury residences. Helps with more amenities. This place, happiness is at 74%. What are we building here? We've already got an energy grid robot assembly plant. Alloy founders will be good. And that's all of our planets. Let's check on our fleets. Our fleets are all full, so let's build some more ships. Get that up to 10 of those corvettes. There's one Corvette design that's not in there, though. Poison Ivy class. Why can't I add more? Don't mind me. Reinforce all, and we're going to upgrade all of them as well. As we progress and we unlock new technologies, we have to upgrade our old ships, otherwise they'll keep the old technology, which obviously we don't want. And what do we got? Why do those have the up arrow if they can be upgraded when they can? Oh, I just don't have the resources for it. Alright, let's progress. Let's see what's going on.
Special project complete.
Game music is too loud. You know, turn it down a little bit. Is that better? Perfect. Mining drone work ethic. The drones are remarkably efficient at squeezing ever-diminishing returns from rocks Rhodesian miners would have soon discarded, deemed exhausted of all worthwhile mineral content. Our top engineers are working on adapting the drone's methodology for use in the Rhodesian unified systems, mining networks, and stations, which should improve efficiency, effectively lessening energy expenditure. Of lesser import is the fact that the drones are not completely silent. Contrary to previous assumptions, they emit signal pings, though extremely infrequent and at a wavelength hard to isolate from background noise. If there is anyone left to receive these pings, may be a mystery for another time. Let's see, we say easy prey, and we get damage, a 33% damage boost to mining drones. Or fascinating automata, and that'll give our mining station mineral output 10% boost. I think the mining station output is more beneficial to us, so we're going to go and do that.
Construction complete.
Construction complete. Let's go and build our research and mining stations in Dristmek.
Technology researched.
Quantum field manipulation has been unlocked. Let's see. We're going to do miniature containment fields for a 10% boost to our research station output. Incoming transmission. Radician weaklings. Our warriors are on their way to plunder your systems. Face them in battle if you can. Muster the courage or cower in fear until they have had their fill of your riches. You can, of course, offer tribute now to spare yourselves from the coming onslaught. If it is sufficient, our warriors may be compelled to turn back. This is the Avalonian Corsairs. They're going to keep threatening us and raiding us because they're marauders. At this point in time, we don't have a big enough fleet, so we're just going to offer them tribute of energy because we have plenty of energy right now. They said, a pity. I suppose our warriors will have to look elsewhere for entertainment then. Your people are safe, for the moment at least. Yeah, for the moment, and then they're going to attack us again later. Assembly planet patterns. Planetary build speed is increased by 25%. That's cool. We're going to unlock cruisers or droids. We're going to unlock droids. Cruisers is really important, but droids is also really helpful, so we're going to go with that. What's next?
Construction complete.
Dimensional Pocket. The RSS Leguminant never made it all the way to WO-0909 to study the anomalies surrounding it. The ship, along with Science Officer White Root and crew, blinked out of existence as it was navigating the debris field, and then reappeared minutes later. White Root reports that they found themselves briefly in some extra-dimensional space. External viewports revealed that they were surrounded by countless ships of alien design, suspended in a seemingly endless void. Before the crew could get their bearings, the vision abruptly faded and they found themselves back in regular space. However, roughly half of the crew are missing. Science Officer White Root speculates that they may have been selectively trapped by some unknowable mechanism in that strange space. Unfortunate, and White Root gains 200 experience. Miniature containment field's been unlocked. We'll just go with the cheapest one. Where's our construction that was complete? Garden Prime, maybe? No? None of our construction ships look like... Huh, that's weird. Dimensional Drift. The missing members of the RSS Leguminant's crew, thought lost to the Dimensional Rift, have reappeared. They hailed us from aboard an unknown vessel, not entirely dissimilar to our own science ships. Idling closer to where the RSS Leguminant originally experienced the dimensional disturbance, they claim to remember nothing of their time outside our dimension, aside from a vague awareness of having been away for some time. They wish for nothing but to return to service under Science Officer White Root, and intend to surrender their ship to the Radician authorities. We can say very well and gain a science ship, or the safety of Radician's people hinges on their destruction, and they'll turn hostile and we have to destroy them. Thoughts? I'm just going to say very well. Another science ship's always useful. Encounter in Beryllian. We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Beryllian system. For now, we have codenamed them Sin Aliens until we can find out more about them. If they possess a language, we must decipher it in order to establish communications. Same thing in Pozuno. These are the Chi aliens, though. So let's assign some envoys. Get that process going. We have to hire a new leader. Investigating, surveying, excavating, investigating. Let's see, White Pod. Archaeological excavation speeds up. Narrow-minded. Don't know that one. Black Bulb. There's Xenophile. We're gonna go with White Pod, I think. Over here, not Becca. Let's go over and Becca. Alright, these are the Avalonian Corsairs over here. They have a lot of ships. Very powerful. I mean, compared to us at this point. So, if you look at the right side of the screen on the military fleets, you can see the fleet power. Our best fleet has a power of 1959. Their fleets, their weakest fleet, has a power of almost 6,000. So they would just wipe the floor with us. We can't defend ourselves yet.
System surveyed.
Okay, that system's been surveyed. Let's jump up here and survey this system. And this ship will survey this system. Eurasian mining base. A series of deep boreholes on the surface of Caspadina 4 are all that remain of the Eurasian mining operation that was active on this world some 1.2 million years ago. The RSS Leguminant has conducted a thorough surface scan, but we have yet to find the remains of any actual mining facilities. Peculiar, and it issues a special
Situation log updated. Construction complete.
This system's now been fully charged. What are we doing next over here? I'm gonna build that mining. Well, I guess we'll just build this one first. Just to get it out of the way. Man, my throat's hurting. I have to talk a little louder because the microphone's further away. And we should be able to research that project in there. That's cool. It's okay. Let me see if I can move the mic closer. If it's any better. Can you hear me okay? Do I sound better? Okay, I don't have to talk quite so loud. I'm just having my armrest. Let's see, a new tradition's available. We can get defensive zeal. Star bases and defense platforms have their hull points and damage increased by 33%. Or never surrender, which increases orbital bombardment damage, war exhaustion gain decreases, and hostile claim influence cost goes up. What's this one? Yeah, we're gonna get this one real quick. Never surrender. We have some new research. We're just gonna go with the cheapest one because it should be done pretty quick. The Sin Alien First Contact progresses. The vessels detected in the Beryllian system seem to be part of some sort of expedition across the galaxy with purposes unknown. They have not made any hostile moves, nor is there any heavy weaponry in evidence. Instead, they seem to be broadcasting repetitive but not particularly content-filled signals in our general direction. Our envoy, Indigo Cone, is confused but hopes that the broadcast will help our linguists translate their language. Curious. Archaeological site update. When we this is for the archaeological site Seeds of Destruction. When we opened the airlock of the alien starship, putrefaction and decay awaited us on the other side. Our preliminary investigation has uncovered a scene of carnage. After examining the mutilated bodies of the crew, we are certain they tore each other limb from limb. We could just leave, but then we'd never know why this tragedy happened. Intriguing. We gained some minor artifacts. Teal Needle leveled up. We can turn the music down a little more. Not really a big deal. Okay, what are we doing? Yeah, some of the songs are super loud, but I don't know, I really like the music at the same time. Let's see, he's the head of research. We can make ship upkeep go down, or we can... Yeah, we're gonna go politician. You want to hear what? Whose hats? No.
Technology researched.
Alright. Basic combat roles unlocked. I'm gonna go exotic materials lab. Unlock research complexes. That'll just help our research increase.
Construction complete.
Archaeological project completed. After investigating the boreholes on Caspidane 4, our archaeologists found the fossilized remains of over 100 Eresian miners at the bottom of one of them. They appear to be more victims of the Javorian pox that brought about the fall of the Eresian Concordat. In a futile attempt to keep the disease from spreading, their comrades dumped the bodies down one of the boreholes before the planet was evacuated. We uncovered one Eresian artifact. We got some minor artifacts, and we have over 1,000 engineering research that we gained from that, so that's cool.
Construction complete.
First contact event pending is the Chi aliens. We have picked up readings of unknown nature. The signals seem to follow some kind of repeating syntax, which could indicate sapient origin. It should be investigated further. They seem to be concentrating around a single space station, though it is unclear whether theirs forms part of a larger spacefaring civilization. Proceed. Construction complete here. We'll build the mining station. Caspidane. So we've basically expanded as far as we can in that direction because of those what is it, mining drones? Yeah. So we're going to come back and see if there's any special projects that need to be completed or anomalies to discover. Let's see. Those are all done. Let's see, destruction, deja vu dig. So we're going to go have that. Discover that one. Let's see what else we got here. And get ready to claim that system.
System surveyed.
Okay, that system's been surveyed. Let's survey this system next. Taking flight. After several years of gorging itself on the bountiful harvest of Garden Prime, the now considerably girthier Sky Dragon has once again taken flight. With a final roar and salute, it lifted off, leaving behind a large collection of scales, shed skin, and other byproducts of its presence. We can study its remains, which gives us physics, society, and engineering research. So all the kind of research that we use. Or we can burn them for fuel. We gain 1,000 energy and 100 exotic gases. That's a cool emoji. We're going to study it. I always put a huge focus on engineering research. Draconic scale investigation. Now that we have made some progress understanding xenobiology and exotic materials, our researchers have proposed that we send a science ship to take a closer look at the dragon. They are particularly interested in its scales, which are remarkably durable, even impenetrable. While we have acquired numerous naturally shed samples, our scientists remain baffled as to how the scales form. Using what they describe as a mildly intrusive probe, they believe they can get under the dragon's protective layer and directly study its natural processes. Surely the dragon will not mind. Surely. So we can say, go ahead, let them do the mildly intrusive probe. Or we can say, let's try something less intrusive. They both give us a special project, one of which is gather the specimen, and the other one is remote scanning. Yeah, I think less intrusive is the way to go. We don't want to anger the dragon. Droids are now unlocked. We're going to go with fusion missiles because it's really cheap. Should be pretty easy.
Construction complete.
Construction completed down here. Let's get that system and then we'll be done down here. Unusual energy readings. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. We'll go and research that. No reason to wait.
Technology researched.
Exotic materials lab's done. We're just going to go with hyperlane breach points because it's cheaper. Everything else is getting up there. And then society research. Starbase capacity. We're not even close to that yet. We don't look at. We're going to go dangerous wildlife removal just to clear blockers and help stuff out. First contact with the Chi aliens progresses. After successfully translating their language, we have established communication with the independent space station of the Zurikor. Let's see if they want to talk. And that ends the first contact procedure for those.
An empire is reaching out to us.
Let's see what they say. Welcome to Zurikor. We are a business conglomerate operating out of the Pazuno system, specializing in trade, the very building blocks of civilization. As we like to say here at Zurikor. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you're interested in making a good deal. Well met. So that one's done. Where's Pazuno at anyways? It's up here. So that's what they are.
System surveyed.
Hey, Arcturus is surveyed. That's a Mass Effect thing. I'm sure there's other references as well. We're going to send that ship to now scan the dragon.
Technology researched.
Glancing hit. While approaching Sanus 4A, the From Beyond suddenly received a glancing hit by several passing mass driver rounds. The projectiles were billions of years old, and based on their trajectory, they appear to be stray rounds fired from a neighboring galaxy. After missing their intended target, they continued on their journey for untold millennia, until today. The rounds we have recovered are of an advanced design despite their incredible age. And we gained engineering research for that. Let's see, what are we doing next? We'll go holographic cast. Alloy Mega Fortress would be good for us. And let's check on our planets again real quick. So nothing's being built here. Happiness is good. What do we got? Energy grid. We got gas refineries. We'll go. I think we're gonna leave it for now. Let's see, this one. This is a factory world. Consumer goods. And we'll go with the resource silo. Plant, civilian industry. We'll go with the civilian industry as well. And then we're going to build another industrial district while we're here. This one was a generator world, so let's make 2 more of those. And keep going.
Construction complete.
And now we can build our mining stations down here. Let me see what's connected. So that's connected. That's connected. That's. Yeah, there's a lot of openings there. 7, 10, 18, 18. Damn. We'll wait a little bit to do anything else.
Anomaly discovered.
Unidentified object. A small rectangular object on the surface of this planet is deflecting all scanning beams like a mirror. Our sensors are unable to determine its material composition. Yeah, let's research it. Let's figure out what's going on. The Sin Aliens. We have managed to decipher the confusing, repetitive messages the Sin Aliens were sending us. And it turns out that they were commercial advertisements. Apparently they call themselves the Vingralian Trium and are part of a group of spacefaring traders that make a living by offering the best deals, or what they claim to be the best deals, to whichever civilization they happen to be visiting at the time. True to form, it appears they are attempting to contact us. On screen. The Vingralium Trium. Greetings from the Vingralium Trium, certified caravanners, traders of the Caravansary Caravan Coalition. We bring you exclusive products from the furthest corners of the galaxy, as reproduced by our shipboard factories at affordable prices. We will offer you an exclusive deal whenever we pass through your territory. Tempting as it may be, you don't have to accept right away. You can ask us to contact you again before we depart your space. And we will. But be aware that incoming calls will be rerouted to Caravansary Caravan Coalition. Greetings. Beneth Nutritional Slurry is not people. The ingredients are secret and very healthy. That sounds like that's people. Show us your wares. We offer you a contingent of Vingralian Trium sales technicians. Stationed across the starbases of your empire, they will adjust upward. Jealous competitors would say artificially inflate the trade value of all systems. All of this for the low price of 500 unity. The mechanical process of zeitgeist absorption It is poorly understood and can be unnerving, but it is completely harmless. Says the contingent will live and work in your starbases, subsisting only on Trium brand nutripaste, and have no effect on your demographics or economy beyond their influence on trade value. The assignment will last for 80 years and no longer. Increase trade value by 15% for the duration. We don't have enough unity to do that, apparently. We do. Yeah, let's do it. Trade value is always a good thing to have. Seeds of Destruction archaeological site. Update. Digging deeper, we have uncovered the ship's science lab. Minimal power saturates the scene in violent illumination. A riot of purple shrubbery is releasing thick clouds of spores. The ship's doctor used a laboratory and ventilation shafts to flood the ship with an intoxicating mist. Intriguing. A new metal. Detailed surface scans of ZR-OT9 have identified a large impact crater containing the wreckage of several ancient starships of unknown design. The ships appear to be completely devoid of life support systems, leading us to suspect that they were either unusually large drones or controlled by some form of artificial intelligence. Interestingly, the hull of the ships was constructed out of living metal, an exceedingly rare and inorganic material with many unique properties. This metal can be programmed to assume a certain shape or form, and it will slowly regrow itself if damaged. Over a period of several millennia, the surviving metal from the wrecked ships was fused into a large and extremely dense deposit that could potentially be mined for centuries to come. And that gives us the research option of living metal. So that's cool.
Technology researched.
Hyperlane breach points researched. Let's see. We're gonna go with auxiliary fire control just because it's the cheapest. It'll finish quicker.
System surveyed.
Indigo pod has a level up. Increase lifespan by 20 years. Increase. No. Indigo pod's not part of the council. I think we're gonna go lifespan. The surveys have now been. That system has now been surveyed. Build our research station there, our starbase. And then survey that system over there. And we'll be able to survey some of these over here as well.
Technology researched.
Alien mural. While conducting surface scans of Sanus 1, Science Officer White Pod and the crew of the From Beyond discovered what appears to be an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. They have not detected any other signs of alien activity on the planet, and exactly how this mural came to be here is a mystery. We have prepared a special project to translate the text.
Situation log updated.
Holographic cast is done. Whoa, that takes a lot of research. We're gonna go mineral cutting beams just because it'll boost our mining station output.
Construction complete.
Construction's complete down here. I think, yeah, we upgraded that already. We're gonna do 2 shipyards here. This will be another shipyard for us. Put a fleet academy there.
Construction complete.
Excuse me. Caravanners, old with defects. Our starbase in the Dathanon system reports that the Orlan Memorial Caravan fleet has evacuated and abandoned a decrepit ship, now in unstable orbit around the system's central star. One man's trash. We can search it, or let the sun swallow it. Let's search it, because why not? What do we need for that? Needs a construction ship. And I just happen to have one relatively close by. It's not doing anything. See, that system's all done being surveyed. Let's research the special projects there, though. That's now all done. We're going to build our research station.
Technology researched.
Dangerous wildlife removal's done researching. We'll go xenobiology, and we'll get more society research.
Special project complete.
Remote scans complete. Though the Dragon watched our science vessel attentively, it did not react as we subjected it to several deep scans, the most thorough we are capable of at our current level of technology. They provided us with fresh insights into its biological processes, though the secret behind its scaly hide remains as elusive as ever. Although our researchers are forced to admit defeat on the matter, they assure us that they will nonetheless be able to put the knowledge they have acquired to good use. And we gain some society research. Sees a destruction site as an update. Tempers are running high at the archaeological site on 18-X12, and several archaeologists are openly disagreeing with Till Needle about how best to proceed. Progress at the site has been slowed to a crawl. That's unfortunate. We're going to upgrade this starbase, because there's some trade there we're not getting.
Technology researched.
Auxiliary fire controls are unlocked. We're going to go with AI-controlled colony ships, just because it's
Construction
cheapest.
complete.
I don't even know that I want to unlock, or... No, we should definitely build our bases up over here.
Anomaly discovered.
Let's see, what's the anomaly? Strange readings. This planet emits strange magnetic waves, quite unlike anything we have seen so far, almost as if it is trying to communicate with us. It is only logical to investigate this unusual phenomenon. We may have just encountered an extraordinary example of life on a planetary scale. We're going to go and research that. Okay, we need to see if there's anything else we're not currently... I'll finish. Debris belt. We're going to have an excavate that site.
Special project complete.
Special project completed. Science Officer Whitepod has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Cyanus 1. It is a memorial for an extinct alien race that once maintained a small interstellar empire in this region of the galaxy. They were apparently exterminated by the creators of the mural, a fact that they seem to regret. Given that the mural has been dated to be in excess of 300 million years old, it is likely that its creators are also extinct by now. Perhaps most interesting of all is the material that the mural was made of. Despite its age, it is in remarkably good condition. And we gained some engineering research, and Whitepod gained some experience.
Technology research.
And Whitepod has a level up. we're gonna give him a boost to anomaly research speed. And mineral cutting beams is unlocked. Let's see, civilian fabricate. Yeah, we'll go civilian fabricators. Quick and easy. Let's survey this system now.
Construction complete.
This one, we're going to do an anchorage, which just increases our naval capacity. We're going to do 2 anchorage. And, let's see, Naval Logistics Office. We're going to build one of those, which just increases the bonuses that it gives us. Survey completed. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed as the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Garden Prime. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid in the continued search of strange life forms. That ends the habitable world survey event chain. We gained almost 4,000 society research and 1,000 energy credits, so that's cool.
Technology researched.
Seeds of Destruction archaeological site update. We think we are immune to the full effects of the intoxicating mist. If we can get the ship's engines online, we can launch the ship and send it back home for study. This will take time, but the elaborate pharmaceutical laboratory may provide useful biochemical augmentation for our Empire soldiers. We can say bring the reactor online now, or we can run diagnostics and make repairs. I think we should run diagnostics and make repairs. We don't want to just start up a ship that's 1 million years old. Alright. Let's see. It says, we foolishly thought that we were immune to the mist, but our scientists are experiencing fits of psychotic rage. Fighting has broken out ship-wide. We will need to clear the atmosphere and subdue the mist victims before we can launch the ship. This delay will cost us time. Subdue the maniacal scientists. AI-controlled colony ship has been unlocked. We're going to go FTL inhibition. That'll just make so that ships in our... Like, if we get a battle, the enemy ships won't be able to jump into our systems as easy. Or out of.
Technology researched.
Civilian fabricators now unlocked. We're gonna unlock space torpedoes. It looks like it's pretty cheap.
Special project complete.
Caravanners, old with defects. Likely due to the vessel being a civilian transport, the shipboard databases were not fully scrubbed as part of the decommissioning process. So while nothing else of value was found on board the ship, our data scientists have managed to recover partial references to unknown alien technologies. And we gained the research option for deep core mining. So it's kind of cool. What's this ship up to? Oh, right, that's what that is. We are gonna... we'll leave it there.
Technology researched.
Xenobiology was unlocked. What's next? Atmospheric filtering at boost habitability, so that's good. An anomaly, strange mountain formation. Efforts to map the surface of this moon have identified a strange mountain range in the southern hemisphere. It does not appear to have formed naturally. Go ahead and research that. Let's go check on our fleets real quick. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade all of them. Get them all fully upgraded.
Construction complete.
Actually, I need to check on something real quick. The ship designer. That one's not being auto upgraded. Of course. Alright. We're going to build a research station there.
Technology researched.
We unlock space torpedoes. We're going to unlock cruisers next. That's the next size ship.
Ships upgrade.
Siege of Destruction, archaeological site update. We have liftoff. Though dangerous, the alien ship's intoxicating mist could augment the effectiveness and loyalty of our Empire's soldiers. However, the question remains, should we subject our own soldiers to this hazardous substance, or should we say no and learn from their tragic mistake? So we can exploit the promising technology, and it'll give our armies a 5% damage boost. Or we can forsake it, and we gain influence, 100 influence. Personally, I think we should forsake it. I mean, I'm not into, poisoning people that follow us. And that was it. That archaeological site's now done. I don't know if there's anything else for our science ship to do at this point, at the moment at least. So I'm going to send him down here. See what's going on down there. Gigantic skeleton. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Bitox 6A have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Bitox 6A could have supported life on that scale at any point in the moon's history. Science Officer Whitepod has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery. So we can say fascinating, and it'll investigate the gigantic skeleton. Or, because we were reanimators, we can say, can we make it move again, and it'll issue a special project to resurrect the gigantic skeleton. Let's resurrect it. That sounds cool.
Situation log updated. Construction complete.
So once that ship finishes surveying, it's going to immediately go and do that research project for us. Now we're going to go Bulwark of Harmony. If we get in a defensive war, our ship build speed will be a lot faster. That one's done. Build a starbase right there. FTL inhibitions unlocked. Next up, we're going to go with quantum probes to boost our research station output. What was that one? That one's done. We're going to go and upgrade that to a Starhold, which will just make it, more powerful. Avalonian resource cache. By chance, patrol units recently discovered a hidden deep space resource cache in the Jamor system, close to our border with the Avalonian Corsairs. The massive cargo containers of the cache contain spoils from several Avalonian raids that must have been launched centuries ago. At some point, this cache was forgotten, or perhaps its owners were killed in another raid, or one of the countless Avalonian internecine feuds. In any event, its contents now belong to us. And we got 300 energy and 300 minerals. That's kind of it. Atmospheric filtering's done. Let's see. We're going to go with Galactic Administration just because we get an extra civic slot. Bidox system has been fully surveyed, so now that's going to start on that special project. Our council agenda's done. What else do we got here? Let's see, cooldown until another 18 years. Let's open arms. We're gonna go evolving society. It just grants us extra unity.
Construction complete.
Build our mining stations there.
Technology researched.
Quantum preview unlocked. Gravitic sensors is next, 2000 versus 3 or 4.
Construction complete.
Another abandoned Avalonian habitat. We have discovered the remnants of a half-finished Avalonian space habitat in close orbit around the DTLF 038 inside our borders. Evidently, at some point, the Avalonian Corsairs attempted to establish a permanent presence in the Jamor system, but for whatever reason, this endeavor was abandoned. Due to its close proximity to DTLF 038, the unfinished habitat eluded detection during our initial survey of the system. It is little more than a dense collection of space junk at this point, but there are a lot of valuable minerals among the wreckage that could be salvaged. Salvage everything we can use, and we get 400 minerals for it. Singing Planet. What we first assumed to be a deliberate attempt at communication has turned out to be an unusual but naturally occurring phenomenon. The magnetic waves produced by the planet, given proper handling and editing, may sound a bit like talking or even singing, but they are in no way created by a thinking being. Some of our scientists, however, find it quite catchy. It might be possible to make use of this phenomena, possibly by hosting artists or VIPs at a station created solely to catch these signals and play them as relaxing music. We say fascinating. It gives us +3 unity to that system. Cool.
Special project complete.
Special project completed. The skeletal remains are moving once more. The behemoth towers above our necromancers as it takes a shaky stride, followed by another, more steady one. It might not have the same amount of legs it had in life or the correct number of appendages. Using a mix of lab-grown muscles as well as state-of-the-art hydraulic replacements, the giant is ready to aid us on any battlefield, and the earth below its feet shall tremble. And we gain 1 skeletal giant army. And of course, it just says it's in orbit, so yeah, it doesn't actually show us what the army looks like or what the giant skeleton looks like. See, Yomon is there. Everything up here that can be researched has been. I'm going to come down here to survey this system.
Construction complete.
That upgraded all the way. We're going to make a trade hub and a hangar bay now. We're gonna do a target uplink computer. That's just gonna make so that if we ever have a battle in this system, our fleets will have a 50% increase in range, which you know, that's pretty helpful. And that's the system down here. Palthria has been fully surveyed. That's this system. already have something to search from that one. Let's survey this system. White root got a level up. Let's see. An explorer, that gives us unity every time we survey something. Analyst. Assist research efficiency at 50%. Let's see. I think we're going to go with analyst. That sounds like a good option. Sounds scary looking. Yeah, it does. The skeletal army. Cruisers are unlocked. We're going to go improve structural integrity because it's a rare technology. And we need to take a few minutes here real quick to design our cruisers. Yeah. So cruisers have 3 sections. For the first section we have artillery, torpedo, and broadside. Second section, hangar, artillery, broadside, and torpedo. And final section, broadside or gunship. Let's do one with the hangar core, or torpedo bow, artillery bow. Actually, let's do artillery, and then we'll go gunship stern. Blue laser or mass driver. Oh, blue laser. For the hangar core, sentinel point defense or flak battery. I'm gonna go 2 sentinel point defense with a lot of armor damage. Basic strike craft in the hangar core. We're gonna go with a disruptor for both of these back gunships. And then how much? We have 307 power. Improved deflectors take 40. Auxiliary. I'll go with an afterburner. Auxiliary fire control and improved reaction and auxiliary fire control. What are we going to call this cruiser? What's a good name for it? Again, plant inspired. Carrot. A Carrot class cruiser. I'm all for it. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, we never made a frigate either. So let's make a frigate real quick. That has 1 section. Just a torpedo boat. We're going to go with a disruptor and a space torpedo. We'll go armor, armor, deflector, deflector. Auxiliary fire control sounds good. What should we name this one? Parsnip? Okay, that's the only one of those we need. Let's make another cruiser, though. Ship roll. Let's go for an artillery roll. Oh, wow. Just selecting the roll auto fills everything. What do we want to have our artillery cruiser called? Turnip, okay. And let's make another one. This one's roll will be a gunship. Yeah. What do we want our gunship cruiser to be called? Ghost Pepper. A Ghost Pepper class gunship. I like it. I'm going to delete the ones that are auto-generated. And then go into our fleet designer, fleet management. Add ship design. We're going to add the parsnips, the strawberry, carrot, and ghost pepper, and turnip. I'm going to go with 5 of those, 2 of each destroyer. And we'll get 1 of each of those, maybe 3 of each destroyer. Yeah, we'll go 3 of each destroyer. Reinforce our fleet. And maybe now we can actually take on some bad guys. Deja Vu Dig. Update. It appears that the passageway descending towards the underground chamber has suffered some mishap in the past. A cave-in has filled the lower part of the shaft with boulders and dust, in turn making the excavation venture slow and frustrating. Keep digging. Gravitic sensors are unlocked. Market analysis algorithms, we're going to unlock that next because it's cheapest. We're done with that. Let's go over here and build up our starbase and Arcturus.
Spaceborne life form encountered. Anomaly discovered.
A strange resonance. Our scientists have discovered what first appeared to be a sensor malfunction near the corona of Ephriri. However, it is still there after rebooting. A closer look is warranted. It's routine. Let's go ahead and research it. Get it out of the way. The color of science. The cause of the solar radiation resonance observed around the corona of Ephriri turned out to be an unusual crystal formation capable of enduring the heat. Having brought the crystal aboard, our scientists were startled to realize that the strange resonance was reproducible. First, they exposed the crystal to the same solar radiation from Ephriri, producing an identical result to the initially recorded phenomenon. It also seemed to create resonances with all energy waves we sent through it, forming new colors and sounds never before observed by Rhodesians. Such frequencies could change the way we view the universe. Alternatively, we can develop research applications for a crystalline structure capable of surviving the intense heat of a star. We can send them to the artists, and it gives us plus 10 unity, or plus 10% unity for 50 years. Or we can harvest the crystal to insulate our energy weapons, and it gives us a new research option for UV lasers and 50% towards it. What do you think? Help it insulate our energy weapons, or send it to the artists back home? The second one? Energy weapons it is.
Technology being researched.
Okay. Galactic Administration's unlocked. We're going to get Archaeo Studies because it's a rare technology. Pretty much always just pick that. Arcturus is now ours. We're going to build our mining station there. Now, civic points, if you remember, we chose a bunch of civics at the beginning of the game. So we chose reanimators and functional architecture. We have a new civic point, so we can unlock an extra one. Vaults of Knowledge. Let's see. I don't even know. Core V system? Yeah, we're gonna go Core V system. What it does is it boosts the resource output of each populate pop by 2%. It also increases our pop growth from immigration by 15%, and it waives unity cost for any pop resettlement, so that's pretty good. We have an available council position. Oh. Employment Commissioner. Okay, we'll go with that. And who are we? We have to recruit Materialist, Xenophile, Spiritualist, Materialist. So we've got a Xenophile already, two Materialists. Let's go for our Spiritualist just so that we have... Yeah. And that general is now not doing anything. Generals, I believe... Yeah. Lead our armies. So that one guy is now going to lead our giant skeleton that we revived. I'm going to unlock UV lasers next.
Construction complete.
Arcturus is unlocked. Build a new one here. Unusual energy readings. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be assigned something more. It's routine. Let's research it. Mineral cluster. An unusually deliberate geometric configuration of minerals drifts through the debris belt by 13S411 and is possibly of alien origin. We'll research that as well.
Technology being researched.
UV lasers is done. What's next? Plasma throwers, it looks like. Okay. How's our military fleets doing? We're going to... What's down here? That's the caravanners. That's some of the shardlings. So the mining drones have 1818. We have one that's 3645 now. We are going to send them to attack the mining drones. And then we'll be able to search through stuff that way now. We're going to unlock deep core mining. It's going to unlock almost immediately.
Technology researched.
See. Next up, we can unlock orbital habitats, which would be helpful. Yeah, we're going to do that.
Technology researched.
Archaeo studies is unlocked. We're going to do gene tailoring next. That way we can do genetic modification. Crystal Codex. The mineral cluster is a holographic record, multi-sided, many-edged, and translucent. It remains secure in the RSS Pythes tractor beam, but our experts will need some time to decode its contents. A special project has been issued to expedite this process.
Situation log updated.
Let's see. Next, we're going to research the project after we're done surveying the system. I think I'm going to actually call it a night. I know it's supposed to go on until 9, but I'm just really tired today and my voice is hurting, so we're going to call it quits early. Thank you for watching. This has been Honeyed Bear Games, and have a great night. See you next time.